GloRilla just shook the internet without saying a single word. While she's glowing up and claiming the spotlight, Angela Simmons. She vanished like the final plot twist in a wild rap soap opera. Yo Gotti's love story went from luxury jets and matching fits to total silence and a mutual unfollow that sent shockwaves online. But this isn't just another celeb breakup, it's a saga packed with mystery, power moves, and behind-the-scenes drama nobody saw coming. Who's really winning? And what's the truth behind the glope that flipped the whole script? Stay locked in, because this story is far from over. GloRilla just shook up the internet without even saying a word. With one subtle move, she all but confirmed that Yo Gotti has officially stepped into the sponsor role, and now the timelines are spiraling. This is not just celebrity gossip, it's a full-blown media explosion, complete with iced-out symbolism and unspoken clues. But things get even messier when you shift your focus to Angela Simmons. Sis did not just exit quietly, she vanished, like a final twist in a drama series. No goodbye post, no clever captions, not even a moody lyric to hint at what happened. It is as if the entire Gotti chapter in her life got scrubbed clean overnight. One moment, she was thriving in the spotlight, and the next, gone without a trace. 1 minute she was posted up with him, next minute, gone without a trace. No warning, no closure, not even a whisper of a real conversation. But this is not your typical breakup. This feels like something ripped straight from a hip-hop soap opera, complete with luxury upgrades, sudden disappearances, diamond-laced shade, and stone-cold silence. And just when the buzz starts to fade, another twist drops like clockwork. What we are watching is not just a breakup, this is a trap-infused love story unraveling before our eyes. In real time, the internet is clocked in, dissecting every post, every flex, trying to figure out who's truly elevating and who's just putting on a show for the gram. So yeah, grab your popcorn because this drama, it's far from over. But before we get too deep, let's rewind for a second, because remember Yo Gotti was down bad for Angela, no hiding it. He was out here giving full fanboy energy, flipping his lyrics into love letters and putting her on a throne every chance he got. And once she gave him the green light, he went full throttle. Private jets, red carpet appearances, coordinated designer fits, their whole vibe screamed power couple. At least, that was the image. But then, just as quickly as it lit up, the flame fizzled. No more sweet captions, no playful reposts, not even a cryptic reel to hint at trouble. It all vanished without explanation. Like someone hit delete on the entire romance. Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons' love story did not just fade, it vanished like it was edited out of the script. Their once cozy timeline got wiped clean, and then came the ultimate social media red flag. The mutual no more birthday love, no nostalgic throwbacks, not even a moody lyric to stir the pot. And if you know Angela, you know that move spoke volumes. She has always been quietly intentional with her relationships, subtle but sharp. So when she vanished without so much as a quote or an aesthetic selfie, fans clocked it instantly. Word on the digital streets is Angela started feeling like she was giving more than she was getting. Meanwhile, Gotti's world was on overdrive, studio sessions, business moves, non-stop appearances, and she began to feel like she was just another to-do list item. And when a woman senses she's no longer a priority, she moves accordingly. That unfollow, it was not petty, it was powerful. No captions, no fake smiles, just radio silence. Then came a subtle shift. Angela stepped fully into her self-worth era, dropping captions that hinted at something deeper. Meanwhile, Gotti acted unfazed back in the studio, dropping music like he was not just publicly booed up a minute ago. But that silence, it hit louder than a breakup ballad. Just when the drama started cooling off, boom, GloRilla popped out, glowing like she owned the spotlight. The timing, almost too perfect. She has always been Gotti's girl professionally, but now it looked like he had handed her the keys to something more personal. Private jets, luxury glam, front row access. Gotti was not just backing her career, he was elevating her like CMG royalty. And people noticed. GloRilla posted a photo that sent timelines spiraling, not just because of the glam or the possible new nose, but because of the message behind the pose. It was not just a post, it was a power play. The glope was real, and fans dubbed it the Gotti effect. Then she went live.com and carefree, like the internet was not in shambles over her transformation. Comment sections turned chaotic, but Glo remained poised, spurking, scrolling, letting her new energy speak for itself. No need to explain when your presence alone delivers the message. And while the buzz around Glo grew, Angela's name barely surfaced. It felt like a spotlight shift in real time. People close to Angela started whispering, saying she had emotionally clocked out long before the public caught on. She was giving wifey-level support but not getting that same energy in return. Meanwhile, Gotti was publicly cheering for GloRilla like she was his MVP, his attention, his admiration, his time. It was all hers now. This is no longer just label business. It is starting to feel personal. Gotti praises GloRilla at every turn, calling her the future of CMG, the face of the brand, his pride and joy. He is treating her like more than just a Signy, and social media has caught on. From the way he looks at her to the way he celebrates her wins. This partnership is giving more than mentor and mentee, it is giving main character energy. Every move Gotti makes is consistent, loud, and focused on glow. The fans see it. Angela felt it. And now the internet is buzzing with one burning question. Was GloRilla always the one he had his eye on? Because the way this saga is playing out, it is hard to believe this was just business all along. Whatever Yo Gotti and GloRilla have going on, it clearly goes beyond the typical artist-label relationship. Their chemistry is undeniable, and the way they move together suggests something far more personal than just business. Meanwhile, the sudden breakdown between Angela Simmons and Gotti feels deeper than your average celebrity split. This was not just about clashing schedules or fading interest, it felt personal, like something shifted at the core. Fans have taken notice, and many are now side-eyeing GloRilla, suggesting she did not just rise within the CMG ranks, she seamlessly stepped into a space Angela once held. And whether intentional or not, the transition was loud enough to feel like a statement. That throne Angela once held with quiet elegance now seems fully occupied, and even if there was never anything physical between Gotti and GloRilla, the emotional shift was impossible to ignore. The vibe changed dramatically. Angela and Gotti's romance had always been a winding road, soft launches, vague captions, and fans decoding every move, but now, nothing. Just complete silence. No subtle hints, no flirty emojis, no cryptic lyrics, just an icy stillness that arguably says more than any public unfollow ever could. Meanwhile, GloRilla is basking in the spotlight, thriving in a way that makes the contrast feel even sharper. GloRilla is moving like she runs the whole show, confidence through the roof. Presence impossible to ignore. As Angela quietly slipped out of focus, Glo stepped into the spotlight like it was always meant for her. She's delivering fiery captions, flawless visuals, and chart-topping hits with the poise of someone on a mission. And the best part, she knows the world is watching, and she is loving every second of it. No need for explanations, no clapbacks, just a smirk and that unapologetic "I meant what I said" vibe. She's reaping the rewards of her hustle, and with every thank you, you can tell this moment was earned. GloRilla was overwhelmed with emotion, caught in a full-circle moment, reflecting on how far she had come since her breakout nearly 3 years ago. With raw excitement, she shouted out her label, CMG, and thanked her supporters, holding back tears as she processed just how real it all felt. The crowd matched her energy, and her gratitude poured out in unfiltered bursts. This was her moment, and she felt every bit of it. Meanwhile, Angela Simmons has gone completely silent. No cryptic birthday messages, no subtle shade, no mysterious quotes, just total radio silence. It is as if she deliberately stepped out of the spotlight, leaving everyone to wonder what really went down. Angela Simmons has gone completely dark on social media, and for someone who once filled her timeline with soft captions, quiet romance hints, and subtle affirmations, that silence speaks volumes. These days, it is all solo shots and self-love, a whole rebrand that says, "I have moved on, and I am not looking back." The shift is undeniable. Angela used to be Yo Gotti's biggest cheerleader, always present, always rooting for him with that ride-or-die energy, but now, it is clear she has taken a step back on purpose. Her posts radiate independence and confidence, signaling a new chapter. Fans who once adored their couple moments are stunned, while longtime Gotti supporters are left questioning how it all unraveled so quickly. Some believe Yo Gotti walked away from a queen who already knew her worth for a rising star, still carving out her legacy. But many are standing tall behind GloRilla, celebrating her with love and flowers, because let's be honest, she did not stumble into the spotlight. She fought for it. Glo stayed grounded, showed up consistently, and weathered the chaos with resilience. So maybe this is not just messy entertainment, maybe this is her well-earned moment. What started as just another headline has become a dividing line for fans. Angela still has a loyal base cheering her on, but GloRilla is commanding the stage, and she is not stepping aside. Every time she appears, she rides a new wave of energy, and her supporters, they are catching every ripple. GloRilla's fans are shouting at girl like it is a full-blown cultural wave, not just a moment. Meanwhile, Gotti has slipped into stealth mode, silent, invisible, letting the internet stir the pot while he stays completely off the radar. People are still praising Glo, calling her focused, educated, grounded, like the girl who had it all together before the fame. And then, casually, she pops up on live, playfully reconnecting with fans. "I haven't been on in a minute," she says, laughing and joking like she is just another friend catching up. It is casual, relatable, and effortless proof that even with all the buzz, Glo still feels like that down-to-earth girl next door, who just happens to be shining right now. Tensions are rising. The views are skyrocketing, and memes are flooding. Every timeline, yet Gotti remains completely silent. Still, his silence is only making the noise around him louder. But here's where it gets juicy. Some believe this entire situation is no accident. The theory: Gotti saw the chaos ahead and pulled off a calculated move, stepping back from the drama while letting GloRilla rise and dominate the spotlight. And if that was his play, it is unfolding with precision. Right now, all attention is locked on Glo. She is not just shining, she is serving quiet dominance, exuding that unbothered strategic power move energy that speaks louder than any post ever could. GloRilla's moving like she already knows how this ends, sipping tea. The rest of us have not even been poured yet, staying 10 steps ahead while everyone else plays catch-up. Now fans are raising eyebrows, wondering what insider knowledge she might be sitting on. Because let's not sugarcoat it, this Gotti and Simmons saga never followed the typical celebrity playbook. From the beginning, it felt like a hip-hop love story scripted for the charts. Gotti was not just crushing, he was campaigning. He turned Angela into a full-blown narrative, dropping her name in bars and putting her on a pedestal for the world to see. But now, the tables have turned, the plot has thickened, and Glo is the one holding the mic. Gotti did not just admire Simmons, he practically made her his muse. She was not just another name, she was the name. In song after song, he lifted her up like a trophy, turning verses into love letters and interviews into public love notes. Angela was the dream girl, the one who seemed out of reach, yet always on his mind. And when he finally got close, he went all in. The kind of all in where you deliver Teslas through private gates and make sure every little detail is perfect. No step skipped. He was persistent, consistent, and loud about it. Gotti made sure the world knew Angela was on a pedestal so high, it was almost untouchable to the world. It looked like a fairy tale, the kind of love story people rooted for. But maybe, for Gotti, it was only magical from a distance. Because once Angela said yes, and fantasy turned into everyday reality, the magic started fading. What once felt like a rap dream slowly shifted into something more demanding. Real love, with all its complexities. And real love is not just about champagne flights and flashing lights, it is about showing up consistently, being emotionally present, and doing the quiet work when no one is watching. Angela did not step into that relationship empty-handed. She carried the weight of real-life experiences and emotional scars. Let's not forget, she brought her full vulnerable self into it, hoping for something deeper than the glitz. Angela had already endured deep heartbreak, losing her fiancé in a devastating tragedy. In the aftermath, she was navigating single motherhood, managing her public persona, and trying to heal all at once. What she truly craved was something stable, something genuine. But maybe Gotti was not equipped for that kind of emotional weight. Perhaps he loved the idea of her, the image, the glow, but not the responsibility that came with loving her fully. And just when things seemed calm on the surface, whispers started surfacing about Angela facing serious financial stress behind the scenes. Word is, she was battling a lawsuit over unpaid rent, all while maintaining an online presence that painted everything as picture. That pressure to look flawless while silently struggling only made the cracks in their foundation grow deeper. On social media, everything looked flawless: luxury fits, curated filters, and picture-perfect energy. But behind the scenes, the seams were coming apart. The kind of silent pressure Angela was under can crush even the strongest bonds, especially when the relationship is already on shaky ground. Let's not sugarcoat it, this was not a slow fade. The split felt sharp, sudden, and the aftershocks are still being felt. And as for this love triangle, it is far from over. Angela might be silent now, but the moment she decides to speak, whether it is through a fiery podcast, a new mystery man, or a cryptic caption, the internet is going to light up. Timelines will erupt, and everyone will be ready to dissect. Every word and angle. And yes, we'll all be watching, snacks in hand, ready for whatever unfolds next. Meanwhile, GloRilla is carving out her own lane. Fresh face, sharp bars, and a career on fire. She moves with an untouchable confidence, wrapped in luxury and a glow that radiates pure CEO energy. Let's be real, she's serving major soft life vibes and owning it without a single apology. On the other hand, Angela didn't exit with noise or chaos. No dramatic tweets, no public meltdowns, no shade thrown. She simply stepped away quietly, making her departure all the more powerful. The silence speaks volumes. It's not just quiet, it's deliberate and powerful. That's the energy of a mature woman, and the whole internet has felt it. One thing's certain, this saga is far from over. The tension is still simmering, and when it boils over again, we'll be right here, glued to every twist and turn. So, what's really going on? Did GloRilla genuinely seize the crown? Or is Gotti simply switching gears to a new chapter? Is this glow-up a strategic power play that flipped the script? Or was it always just a fragile dream destined to fall apart? One thing's clear, the entire atmosphere has shifted. GloRilla's confident, poised presence isn't by accident, it's calculated. Something significant happened behind closed doors. And that quiet from both Angela and Gotti. It's louder than any public post could ever be. Believe me, this story is just heating up. So if you've been following along, stick around, smash that like, subscribe, and drop your theories in the comments. Because Angela Simmons, Gotti, and GloRilla have given us a full-on rap soap opera, and I have a feeling the next episode is going to be explosive. Catch you then.